key items, it is going there. Top 4, it is this one. Top 5, this one. So we can select any number of data and we can see that which are the, here we have selected top 2 performers and we have been able to highlight. Since they are top 2, we can choose a green color. So they have been highlighted in the green color. Okay. And now from the same data, if I want to figure out which two numbers are the lowest two numbers, so I can again go to the top bottom rules and I can take the bottom 10 items and I can choose 2 again, and I can use a different color, red color, and I can say okay. So now we can see that the data got highlighted. And the best part with this is that it is dynamic. Suppose I make this entry as 501, smallest entry of this data, you'll see that this got highlighted and 627 missed it. Here 907 is there. If I make this as 991, enter, you'll see this number got highlighted. So it is dynamic. The rules are applied in this cell. As you change the data, the rules will be modified and the highlighting will be done as per the new data set. Next, friend, we can select this data, and we can see the next rules in the top bottom category. In the top bottom category, we also have top 10%. So it is showing which is the top 10% of the data. Since data is only 10 numbers are there, so top 10% will be only one data. If we increase it to top 20%, it will show me two numbers there. So it is showing the highest number here. Let me make it green colored, green filled with dark green. And if I make it 30%, it will show me the third number, which is the highest number. It has chosen the 3 big numbers. So let's keep it to 20 and let's apply this rule, and then let's do it for the top bottom 10%. So I'll go to the conditional formatting and select this, and I'll apply to the bottom 10%. Sorry, it is the, yes, bottom 10%. And in the bottom 10%, if I change it to bottom 20% and the 2 numbers are selected, if I can increase, as I've seen earlier, 30, it will show me 3 numbers because the whole data set is having only 10 entries. So 20% of 10 is only 2 entries. So in this way, we can highlight out of the data the top 10% of the data, bottom 10%, or we can change the percentage also as per our requirement. Next, we will see the above average and below average. If I click here and I go to conditional formatting and I select on the top bottom rules and I go to this one where it is saying me above average. So it has calculated an average and it is showing everything which is above average in this data, right? And above average, I'll choose again a green one. I'll choose a green fill and I'll say okay. Now on the same data, if I do conditional formatting, I apply top bottom rules and I try to get below average, you will see that there are 6 entries which are below average and 4 entries which are above average. And if I say okay, you can see that this rule is applied, right? And if I try to change any number here, if I change this 719 to 819, you will see that the color will change from pink to green. Okay, and now I have 5 numbers which are above average and 5 numbers which are below average. So anything, if you change, the formatting will be updated accordingly. Next, we will look at the third option, which is the data bars. So before starting, we will just remove whatever formatting we have applied. We'll just go and say clear rules from selected cells, from the entire sheet. All the rules are gone. Now if I select this data and if I go to conditional formatting and if I choose data bars, what you'll see is that there are 2 categories here. One is the gradient fill and one is the solid fill, right? In the gradient fill, you can see there is a gradient, right? You can see the blue color fading to white, the green color fading to white, but here it is the same color across. So this is solid fill category and this is the gradient fill category. Now in the gradient fill category, if I choose any one of this color, what you will observe from the data bar section is that if I choose this, you will see that the biggest bar will be there for the biggest number, and the bar size will go on decreasing, becoming smaller. Bar size will go on becoming smaller with the smaller values, and the numbers we can easily the color we can easily change. We can choose any color here, whichever we want to show, and according to the color the data will be highlighted with data bars, and the data bars will be in such a way that the highest value will have the biggest data bar. I'll just apply the solid fill one also here. Data bars, I have applied a solid fill. Okay friends, next thing which is there is the color scales. We can also give different color scales to the data. We can give different color scales, like if I select this and if I I choose the color scales from here, we can apply different color scales to the data. A color scale here goes from the light pink to dark green. The dark green is the highest value, yellow is the mid values, and the pink and reddish ones are the small values. So the dark red which we are getting here, dark color, is the smallest value, and here the dark in the green shade is the highest value. So the color shades will allow you to shade your data as per the different color themes which are available here. You can choose any one of them and you can format your data. Okay, now we will remove this again. We'll just go to conditional formatting and we'll say clear rules from the selected cells. Once it is done, we can select this and we'll go to the next option in conditional formatting, which is the icon sets. And here we get different icons to represent our data. For example, if I use this option, which is the tower signals in our mobile phone for the network, so the highest strength is given to the biggest numbers, 951, the 907, and the smallest number will have the smallest signal, 501 gets the smallest signal. So we can choose any kind of icon sets also. We can use this one, we can use this one. So we can use different icon sets to represent our data, and when we are using these icon sets, it becomes easy for the viewer of the data to understand which is the biggest numbers, which are the smaller numbers, which are the middle numbers, which numbers are falling in the average or the middle range. So this is the basic uses of conditional formatting which we have seen till now. We have tried to cover everything from highlight cell rules, top bottom rules, data bars, color scales, icon sets, and now we will move towards the advanced conditional formatting and we will try to see how we can create our own formulas, because till now what we have seen is what Excel has already defined by default things, but we can create our own rules as well. And now in the advanced section we will just see how we can create our own rules and format the data as per our requirements. And you can see the solid fill one and a gradient one here.